If you'd like to make some lovely autumn leaves for your handmade cards and papercraft projects, stay tuned and I'll show you how I made these. Hi, this is Sage Kimball and I'm the Mad Stamper with another technique video for card makers and paper crafters. I've stamped leaves from the Colorful Season stamp set with Mary Merlot ink on a 2.5 by 11 inch strip of very vanilla cardstock. That's enough room for 6 leaves, which is what I used on this card. I'm going to color them before I cut them out, as it's easier to do all the steps on the entire strip rather than on the more fragile cut leaves. I'm going to use 3 colors of ink: Mango Melody, Old Olive, and Cajun Craze, each with its own sponge dauber. This is Mango Melody, a bright yellow-orange that's perfect for fall. Now I'm going to add some Old Olive to this leaf. But the Old Olive looks really dark, so I sponge off a few times so that the ink will be lighter and blend into the other colors better. Now I'm adding some more Mango Melody and just trying to blend everything together. You notice I'm not trying to stay in the lines. When I cut the leaves out with the dies, that'll take care of that problem. Now I add some Cajun Craze, sponging off first, and then I just want to darken the Mango Melody a little. And I think I'll leave that one the way it is. I use 2 or 3 colors on each leaf, using a light touch of color on some leaves. On other leaves, I'll sponge more layers of ink to get a darker effect. This is a really informal technique, so just be playful with the color. You can see that at times I use Mango Melody to brighten and blend the other 2 colors. I sped up the recording so that it won't be too long. I think you can get a good sense of the coloring this way without getting too bored. I'm just trying to mimic the colors of the leaves that are turning in my front yard. They're not exact, of course, but the overall effect looks like what I see in the garden. You can try some different colors if you want. If you want the leaves to have more red tones, real red ink works well. Cherry Cobbler was a little too pink. You could also try crushed curry instead of, or even in addition to, the Mango Melody. Remember, this is play, so experiment and find the colors that give the effect that you want. Now I want to add some splatters to some of the leaves, as if they got splashed with muddy water. I'm using this stamp from the now retired Timeless Textures stamp set with crumb cake ink. It's the perfect size for the leaves and the splatters aren't too concentrated. But if you don't have Timeless Textures, I'm sure you'll find splatter stamps that will work in other Stampin' Up! Sets. I like to add some shimmer paint to the leaves to give them a bit of sparkle. I use Champagne Mist because it's transparent and won't cover up the sponged ink. Now if you want just a little glimmer, you can spritz the leaves with Champagne Mist mixed with alcohol. But my favorite technique is to apply the shimmer paint with a brayer. You can use Stampin' Up! Sponge brayer, but I actually prefer a hard rubber brayer in this case because it doesn't absorb any of the paint. I add a dollop of the paint to a flat plastic surface, like this old wood mount stamp case that I've used for years. I spread it around the surface with a brayer until there's a thin layer of paint. Then I pick some up and add it to the strip of leaves. After the paint dries, I'll cut the leaves out with the die from Seasonal Layers. That's all there is to it. Now I can add as many of the leaves as I want to the front of a card. If you want to learn an easy way to add several leaves or other shapes in a pleasing arrangement to a card front, use the link provided to see a video on the technique I use. I hope you have fun coloring fall leaves for your handmade cards. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment. For more inspiration and instructions, be sure to sign up for my newsletter at www.stampingmadly.com. Visit me on Facebook and Pinterest, and don't miss another great video. Subscribe to the Mad Stamper YouTube channel now.